What is going on, guys? Josh Love Talk here. Hope you guys are doing well. Today's video, I want to talk about long distance relationships and what you need to make them work. First thing you need to have in place to make a long distance relationship work is commitment. You both need to be committed to the situation. You both need to be committed to making it work. Long distance relationship is not a game. It's not easy. It's more difficult than your traditional relationship because you don't have the luxury of seeing each other all the time. So there's a lot more work that you need to put into it, and it will get difficult at points. It will get difficult where you feel like giving up. So if you're not committed to it, it's just gonna fizzle out. And it's important that both of you set your expectations from the start, what you're expecting to get out of the situation. And both of you need to have an agreement and be on the same page and be committed to what you're doing. Otherwise, once again, it's not going to work. You cannot just go on vibes. Long distance relationship cannot work on just vibes. You cannot do a let's go with the flow, let's see how it goes with long distance relationship. Either you're in or you're out. If they are not looking to commit, then just let it go. This is not the time to be talking for months, 10 months, and doing talking stage. Not with long distance relationship. You are going to waste your time. If they are not going to commit to you, just walk away and know that situation is not for you. The second thing you need is communication. Communication is needed in every type of relationship, but more so long distance relationship. You have to be an expert at communicating. You both need to be an expert at communicating, because you don't have the luxury of seeing each other all the time. It's not one of those ones where, what are you doing tonight? Let's go out, or I'm coming over to yours. So you have that face-to-face interaction. You don't get that luxury. So you both need to be communicating regularly, like video calls, phone calls, text message. It doesn't have to be serious. It could be the most minute thing, but you need to be both committed to communicating, regardless how small it is. So every day, at least a text message. Good morning, good night. You both need to be in touch with each other, because what communication does is that it helps you build trust. It helps you build a bond. It helps the togetherness and the oneness. And of course, it helps both of you stay on the same page. So with communication, you become more open with one another. You're able to express your feelings to one another. And these are the things that you need to make it work. Because without communication, one person is going to start feeling some type of way. You're going to lose trust. One person is going to start wondering where they stand. And when that starts happening, you're going to run into crisis eventually. So communication is key. If you know you are not great at communicating, because not everyone is, long distance is not for you. You have to be an expert at communicating, especially when you have disagreements, because they will sure happen. You need to know how to resolve disagreements as soon as possible, and you cannot do that without communicating. The third thing is openness. You both need to be open with one another, because with openness comes trust. You have to be able to let your partner know everything you're doing. Even though they're not around you, they should have a sense of where you are, what you're doing, where you're going. Just openness, just to build trust and keep your partner's mind at ease. It's like a reassuring thing. And I know sometimes in relationship, you can feel like, well, why do I need to? With long distance relationship, you need to. It's not even, there's no negotiating that. You need to be open to where your partner should be able to predict where you are at a certain point in time. That's how open you should be. Because if you don't do that, then once again, you're giving grounds for your partner to start thinking other things, especially if you're not open consistently, because lack of openness always sends the message that you have something to hide. And perception is reality. If your partner perceives that you might be hiding something, whether you are or not, to them, that's the case, and that's what they're going to go by. So you need to be intentional about being open, and it's going to help build trust. And you need trust in a long distance relationship. You need trust. Also, I should say that if you've got trust issues, long distance relationship is not for you, because you're going to drive yourself crazy. There'll be so many things that would happen where only trust can carry you through. You need to be trusting, otherwise it's not going to work. The fourth thing you need to make a long distance relationship work is money. Money is key because without money, how are you going to see each other? So let's say somebody is based in the UK and the other person is based in the US or in Nigeria, where I'm from. Like, how are you going to travel? You need money, and it's not cheap. Long distance relationship is not cheap. When you're in a normal relationship, you can carry yourself to Nando's, have a little chicken here and there, and you're good. Long distance relationship, you have to buy plane tickets. If you're in the same country, you have to buy train tickets or plane tickets still even. So you need money. Without money, there is no way it's going to work. You're not going to see each other. And if you're not seeing each other, there's nothing to look forward to. It's only so long video calls can help. It's only so long talking on the phone can help. After a while, someone's going to get bored. It's going to fizzle out. So you need money. If you know you don't have the money, if you know you're not financially stable or in a good place financially, don't bother. Like, just save yourself the stress. Don't do it. Before you consider long distance relationship, don't just check your feelings. Also check your account. And the last thing is you both need to have a plan. Plan in terms of how often you're going to see each other. You don't want a situation where you see each other now and then you don't know when next you're going to see each other. Once again, it doesn't give anything to look forward to. And this is how people get bored in long distance relationships. You need to have a plan. Like, we're going to see each other every quarter, once every month, twice a year, 3 times a year, whatever works for the both of you. But there has to be a plan. And the benefit of having a plan is that it gives you both something to look forward to. It keeps the excitement going. And that's what's gonna make the relationship last. And the last part of that is you both need to know who is going to relocate. You cannot be doing long distance forever. Someone needs to make a move at some point. And you need to decide who that's gonna be and the time is gonna be. Like, after a while, both of you are gonna get bored. So if there is no timeline in terms of by this time we should be in the same place together, or we're going to get married and move in the same place, it's going to fizzle out. So you need a plan. In your communication, sit down together and work out what the best plan is. It also shows that you are both serious about what you're doing. You're both serious about the long term, and it's not just a short term fun. So those are the 5 things I feel you need to make long distance relationship work. If you're asking me, should you get into a long distance relationship? Personally, if you can help it, I would say no. And the reason I say that is it's hard. But if you found someone you think is the right person for you, they complement you, you both want the same thing, by all means, go for it. But be aware of the things I've listed and know that it's not for the weak. It's not for the faint-hearted. It's going to be challenging. It's going to be difficult. And you both need to be committed to it. So there are pros and cons. It's just a case of what works best for you. Make sure you review your situation as well as where the other person stands before you make that move. Otherwise, you might find yourself in a situation where you've been in it for a while and it just doesn't work out and it feels like a waste of time. Well, that's me for today, guys. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment below. And as always, please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for listening. I'll catch you in the next one.